Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a very wonderful and exciting moment, this week, and then we are here to share yet another interesting news about our nursing profession and the journey of coming to the United States, what it has been for some of our folks, some of our friends who have migrated to the United States, and how they are doing exploits and how their exploits can encourage you as well, and how you can benefit from some of the things that they are doing. So today is a very good day. It's a day that I believe that nobody wants to miss. So I want to encourage everyone that is here. Again, I'm asking you, if you are here and you really have anybody that you know that is a registered nurse, that person needs to be in this program. If the person is a nurse, the person is on this journey of becoming a registered nurse, that person needs to be on this program. So kindly let them know that we have started so that we can all start the program together. They may have one or two questions that they would ask that would help us to kind of bring home some of the points that we might miss during the course of this program. So I encourage you to let your friends know that we have started. I want us to be at least 50 before we start or begin this program. So I'm giving us 2 minutes to let our friends know that we have started, to share the links of this meeting, and as well answer a question on the comment section. I want you to tell me where you're watching us from. If you are viewing from Nigeria, if you're viewing from Ghana, from Zimbabwe, from anywhere you're viewing us from. We have had all kinds of people on this show before, and I want to see you rep your country. Just represent your country in whichever form or format. Just write down your country, your state, where you're viewing us from. I will gladly be watching to see where all the people that are here are watching us from. I can see Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, I can see Udochi from Nigeria. I can see Theophilus from Ghana. Akwaba, yes, Akwaba, yes. Yeah, I can see Akande from Nigeria. I can see Hempo Ifoma from KB State, Nigeria. Thank you for joining. I can see Joy from Port Harcourt. I can see Benedict from Nigeria. Benedict, how are you doing? I haven't forgotten our discussion. Agatha Ozigbo, I can see you from Nigeria. I can see Chidinma. I can see Lizzie from Nigeria. I can see Modupe. I can see Adiola. I can see Cherish from Ireland. Cherish, how is Ireland today? Is it cold? Is it sunny? What's happening over there? I can see JMP from Ghana. I can see Florence from UAE. Yes, you are all welcome to the show. A lot of people here today. I can see Presh from Enugu State, Nigeria, and then I can see that uh, yes, Presh is answering my question. She said that, oh, it's not Presh, it's actually Peace. Peace is saying that it's still summer in Ireland. Glad to know, glad to know. I think that's it's one of my bucket list. It's one of the places I would love to visit. Maybe one of this summer I will be in Ireland. But I'm happy and I'm excited to meet you all here today. So now, today we have a very interesting person in our midst. We are close to 50, so I'm just going to let it slide and then we'll start, okay? We have a very interesting person in our midst. Her name is Mary Eze. Mary Eze came to the United States as a registered nurse, RN, and then she did her nursing degree in the US and also did a master's in nursing informatics. And I know a lot of people do masters here in the US just to have something to put in the bag, just to have a feather to put on their cap. But this person I'm bringing to you today is not one of those persons. It's not one of those people who is doing masters to put in the bag, or masters that will just, I know even places where, people work here in the US, you will see some people that are doctors. I mean, they have DMP, doctor in nursing practice, but they are working as floor nurses. I'm telling you this, you might not believe it, but when you come to the US, you will see what I'm saying. Most of them, they are doctors, but they are working as floor nurses, taking their pay as floor nurses. Sometimes they don't even want to bring out the certification that they have, because if you bring it out too much, most employers will not hire you because you'll be above the pay grade of the position that was advertised. So most of them, tend to reduce their qualification so that they can actually get a job on the floor. Because sometimes when you go through some programs in a very rushed way, when you come out, you're not even proud to go and say I am this. You might be in a way, okay, let me first of all wait and gain some experience before I start doing this. But Mary is someone who has gotten into the IT space. She did her master's in nurse in informatics, and also went into the IT space with full force. She opened a very thriving business that is, making waves. And when I saw her profile and saw what she was doing, I said I must bring her on this show to let her talk to you. There is one or two things that you're going to hear from Mary today that would really inspire you in your own very field. And also, her business is somewhat that even your children can benefit from, because some of the program that she's doing, your children can actually register for it and use it to gain skills. Your spouses can actually register for it and use it to gain skill, to position them so that when they come to the United States, they're able to find jobs that they are going to do. All right, so I don't want to say so much about Mary, because if I start reading her profile, it's a long list, but I would end it there. Mary, if you can unmute yourself, and if possibly you can, let us see your face, that would be nice. And then we can also have you share with us today what you brought, maybe if you have anything to share, like a slide, we would welcome that. How are you doing, Mary? How are you doing today?
Um, I'm doing very fine, Mr. Decency. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for joining us, Mary. So amazing to see you here today. And I've been telling my group before before you joined us with your whole presence, I've been telling them how you have managed to not just be a mother of three, but also bagged your master's degree in nurse informatics. Not just doing that, you went further to build a business in the IT space. That is amazing. How did you do that, Mary?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your comment. As you know, I'm a registered nurse and I have family. But what actually drove me to where I am today is determination and consistency. Of a truth, I will tell you, it wasn't an easy experience at all. I mean, being in the United States, here we don't have help. It's just I and my husband and the kids. So, but with the determination, I mean, when you know where you're going, personally, it's been like a quote that is guiding me. If I know where I'm going, I don't resist. And I mean, I don't spend time to think twice about any distraction. So I believe that if I know where I'm going, I will always say no to distraction and I'll focus my eyes on where I'm going and I keep going. So it's persistent determination that took me to where I am today. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. That's nice. That's nice. Persistence and determination. I bet a lot of people on this call will be saying, but I'm persistent, but I'm determined. Man, you need to learn from Mary today. Maybe her own kind of persistence and determination is on another level, honestly, because what she's doing and how she's doing it, how they are carrying themselves and their family with grace is just so amazing. So, Mary, if we could understand from you, let them just hear from you. Let it not be like I am saying it myself. You were a Nigerian registered nurse. Where did you get your training? Can you give us a little bit of background of yourself? How you did your training, what happened when you came to the United States, how you got yourself to where you are today. Can you give us a little background about them?
Okay, thank you so much. I trained in the primarily my RN was in UNTH Enugu. So I believe some of us are saying they're from Enugu here. So I trained in the UNTH and then I moved to the United States with my husband. When I came in here, actually, I'll just be realistic, right? Some of us here are family people too. So I came in here pregnant and it was very tough, but I had to like try to find a way I can manage myself and still achieve my career goal. I know that diving into bedside nursing wasn't easy. So I tried bedside nursing and it was very time consuming and overwhelming. Like it wasn't really very easy for me to cope with family in the bedside nursing. So, but I decided to stay back and begin my degree in nursing. So I did my degree in nursing in Grand Canyon, and after which I moved directly to my master program in Warden University. I did my informatics, and actually, it wasn't easy. Truly, it was full of challenges and struggling to do IT from bedside nursing. But with persistence, as I said earlier, and with a little bit support I got, I was able to pull through. So after my informatics, I went out to like start working or something like that. But it wasn't really moving so fast the way I wanted. And then personally, I decided to be a little bit free. I don't like a situation where I will just have it in my mind that I'm going to work from Monday to Friday, or every night I'm going to work and I'm there, I'm not satisfied, I'm not okay with what I'm doing, I just feel like pressured. So I wanted that flexibility, and that actually led me to start exploring options that can give me that flexibility while still achieving my career goal. So, and eventually I decided to move into this IT fully, try to get some skills that help me to ground myself in it, like AWS cloud. I also did my nursing data science with it's called Triple 10, and then did my AWS cloud with Arizona University. So all these things are just the pathway to where I am today. And also, I'm also doing my business administration with Williams Bank, Williams Balls Institute. So I'm about to complete it because I actually think that will help me to do my business very well and be able to deliver optimum quality. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, man. See, this is quality, man. This is quality. This is what I'm talking about. When I bring quality for you, you should appreciate it. You should go to the comment section and type value, because this person is not just no, what I'm telling you is, it's just so, because I know her very well. I know that she's doing this amidst different challenges. Some people will have some challenge, and that challenge will be a reason for them not to even progress. They'll be like, I'm giving birth. I know I'm not saying this in any way. Giving birth is a very stressful and strenuous thing. I'm not saying it in any demeaning way, but some people, when they have one thing, they just do it at a time, and they are not going to go and do another thing. But she is rocking it. She is actually doing a lot of stuff at the same time. So this is an encouragement to you that is planning to come to the United States. You are not coming to rest. Some people already, framed in their mind, when I come to the United States, I have entered into my rest. It is not your rest. It's actually the place where you would, begin your journey. You understand? This is where you begin. But the only thing is that, when you travel on a road that has potholes, your movement is slower. But when you travel on a road that has no potholes, your movement is faster. So consider US as one of the roads that have no potholes. There may be little potholes, but you're going to move faster than you would move in other countries, where you have to worry about strike, you have to worry about one lecturer that wants to get in between your leg or something like that. You have to worry about so many things, that are, coming on your way there. But right here, the system already made it easy for people who want to get or achieve things to be able to achieve that. And I really want to commend our guest today, because she's actually checking all the boxes. I didn't know that you're doing business administration. That's my field. When it reaches to the time of capstone and preceptorship, come to me. I'll precept you.
Yes, sir.
Precept
I
you.
appreciate it.
That's
Thank you.
good. That's good. So let's not waste so much time. I know you have something. You have prepared something for us today. So I would like you to share your screen. I'll give you a little time to present what you have for us, and then we would, take questions from our audience. We'll take questions from people around. But I want everybody here to learn from the cultural aspect of what she said. ability to not just come to the United States and fold her hands and wait for manna to come and fall from heaven, but she has been able to, begin a lot of things. She has been able to begin, her career. She built her own IT institute. So not just that she did a program on IT, in nursing informatics, but she built her own, and now she's adding value to her community. So I'm going to give it up to you, Mary. You can take it from here. Just let me know when you are done so that we can take questions from the audience. All right?
Okay. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate you. And to everyone here, I want to say thank you for giving me the honor to be here and talk to you. I value your time, I value your attention, and it's highly appreciated. Thank you so much. So here in my screen, you can see I have a title called IT Foundation for your US RN. So primarily, I started as RN, so I understand the reality of being RN. And then I moved into the IT side, so I also understand how it is over there. So I brought this together to just let you understand what it is. So under the IT fundamental, I will start with the cultural aspect of it. Okay, so as you all know, I'm not originally from here. Some of us here are African, and we know that from Africa we have like different understanding about things. Sincerely speaking, it was very challenging for me to adapt to the United States for the first time, and I know it's common to everyone or most people that find themselves there here. So when I moved in here newly, I came in with the mentality of Africa that are things we do and we go scot-free, nobody cares and all the stuff. But here they are very particular and they are very disciplined and they want you to be disciplined. Um, and also cultural differences. I remember in Nigeria, when we want to talk to someone, especially when you want to say that you are being respectful, you don't want to look at the person directly in the eyes. So personally, that's what I grew up with. I don't know how to look at people in the eyes and talk to them, especially if you're my elder, my senior. But when I moved into the United States, I saw it totally opposite. So if you're not looking at them directly in the eye talking, they see it as a disrespect. So it became, I'm just citing an example. It's not just the primary, it's not just one of the major issue. This is just one of the issues that I'm citing as an example. So I found it so difficult to look at them in the eyes and talk to them. So it became so challenging and some other things too. And the system too, like the system here is totally different from Nigeria. You have different electronic health record, you have different this and that all over the places, the catheter. In short, we are using catheter in Nigeria, but when you move in here, you just see different thing altogether. So especially when you are trained in Nigeria, it will become so challenging for you to get absorbed and adapt to the standard of the US. So but there's one thing that actually helped me, that persistent, as I said earlier, you try to not give up. But the truth is that this challenge must come. In Nigeria, you know, when you go to work, sometimes people will give excuses and will not be at work, but still after 1 month, they will be paid. In the United States, it's totally different. Any single hour that you are not at work, you are not going to be paid. They will deduct it. In short, your break period, they're going to take it off from your pay. So they don't want to pay you for anything that you do not do. So the system is totally different. Then coming to the work-life balance. So this is a major issue that I have being a family person, and I have my children. Not just that I came with children, I came within the time I'm still having babies. So it's very challenging having to go through all these things and working as RN. So it's actually one of the pressure that pushed me to where I am today. So I decided to think, how can I balance this life? I know some of us here, those that are already in the United States, can attest to this. The work, American work, even though we know Nigeria or some other parts of country are not very standard to the United States standard. But when you come here to work, it's totally different thing. Like it's difficult. It's not easy to work. The work demand is very high. The workload is very high because you're going to give total nursing care. So because of it, it's very overwhelming going to work and balancing it with your life. And then most of the times when you remember you're going to work, you start having panic attack. I must tell you the truth. I have friends that told me that when they remember to go to work, they will start having diarrhea. I mean, the anxiety was so pronounced that it will manifest as a physical symptom. So they will start having diarrhea. Some of them will start having palpitation and all the stuff like that. Some will dismiss work and they will stay in the car and cry all through before they go home. So it was very challenging. Then the last point being the limited knowledge. Here we are coming in with limited knowledge. In America, I understand what they said, knowledge is power. So we really need this knowledge. Some of us are struggling because we don't know the opportunities out there. There are really opportunities out there, but we came in with the mentality of, okay, I want to be a nurse and I must do it and I must make it. And you keep doing it. And I mean, overwhelming yourself. Sometimes, like when I was working as an RN, I would sit down and be like, when would all these things stop? Is it how I will just keep doing it till when? So eventually I had to sit back and tell myself, let's look for this knowledge somewhere. Something must be done differently. I don't believe that everybody has to go through this. That should be a better way. And that actually led me to the quest that bettered this, that gave birth to this Learnexa. And that's why I'm here to also share the knowledge with you. So the expectation of the meeting is for you to understand the IT skill relevant in nursing in the United States, to understand the alternative to bedside nursing, to show you the future-proof skills that can help you other than the bedside nursing, also to help you understand Learnexa and how we can help you achieve your dreams. So the IT fundamental we have in the United States, unlike though some part of the Africa and other countries are adopting this electronic health record, but in the United States it's not optional. It's something that you must learn and something you must use. So electronic health record is the system they use to keep the patient data and recording for easy collaboration and data transfer. Here, the commonest one is the EPIC. You also have the Cerner. Then another part of the IT that you have to know is this HIPAA compliance. You really need to understand it very well because they don't joke with patient information. Unlike Nigeria, a doctor can pick a phone, or in Africa, they pick a phone, a regular phone, and start calling another doctor about the patient. In the United States, you dare not do that because it's violation of patient's privacy. So you have to really understand the principles surrounding the HIPAA and how to implement it. Then you have telehealth platforms. They have like telehealth platform. After the COVID-19, we saw that the healthcare system shifted to the technology very well. Like they really fully adopted technology more than before. So a lot of telehealth platform they are using for communication. So you need to also have like a little bit understanding about those things. Something like DoesMe, I'm aware there are all the telehealth platform. There are many others there. So this secure communication so instead of using normal communication like phone, WhatsApp, or call, they have like some secure communication. One of them is Tiger Connect. I hope you guys can hear me. Yeah. So coming, okay, so I'm trying to be as fast as possible, not to take too much of our time. So the alternative to bedside nursing. So as RN, this ones I'm going to present now will not take you far from nursing. So you can still be a full-time nursing with a valid, in short, most of them you cannot do it without having your RN active and functional. So, but they are related to IT, so you don't have to be in the bedside. So you can still be your RN and practicing IT-related professional skills. So we have case management. So the case management, they manage patient's case to ensure the patient receives optimum care. So they make sure that the care you're giving to the patient is up to standard. So they don't really work in the bedside, but they work with those that are working in the bedside to see that they are maintaining standard. So the second one is remote care coordinator. So this remote care coordinator is different from case manager in the sense that they coordinate different, maybe somehow different facility, different providers. So they maybe something like scheduling, ensuring that patients was seen and validating that everything is okay, sending the information that they need to have, like the patient's lab and communicating provider about patient's lab or something like that. Then we have nurse informatics. That's where we came in, my profession. So nurse informatics is very vital. As we look at it today, it's actually growing rapidly. So this area, you come in with your nursing knowledge, but you also have to have good knowledge of computer science. So you bring in computer science in nursing, combine it together to promote care, ensure smooth workflow. So they work with the IT department of the hospital to bring in the systems that are required to ensure that the hospital workflow is actually moving very well and the patient is receiving the care they need. So nurse informatics, especially if you do it under the master program, you are expected to be a leader. So you lead the IT department in the sense that if they want to introduce a system like this Sona, maybe they were not using, let me just use example, we in Nigeria, we are still adopting health information system. So a nurse informatics is needed if a hospital wants to adopt health information system. So the nurse informatics will work with the IT department to plan. In short, even if the hospital are building it themselves, he or she should be involved in the designing. They will bring the knowledge of nursing to ensure that the design corresponds to what is needed to give patients the best care. And also they bring patients with to the design. So they kind of act as a middle person between the information department and health system, particularly the patient, having patients as the optimum person there. Then the next one is health tech support. So this health tech support can be an informatics nurse. So you can help in troubleshooting. Like when I worked with my previous hospital before I moved into the IT fully, I was also working with this health tech support. We kind of troubleshoot issues, like maybe the system, for those that are in the US, sometimes you see we have like a blackout or the system will stop working. So you have to contact your nurse informatics or contact the health tech support so they will work in the background and see what's going on wrong. So we have clinical documentation. So these people are specialized in the documentation system. They cross-check every documentation of the providers and the nurses to ensure it's in line with the standard, especially for patient insurance claim. So this actually they started this clinical documentation pathway because they have lots of denial in the insurance claim. So because of that, they had to bring in a system that can bypass this issue. So the nurse documentation person will make sure to review everything the providers and the nurses are documenting in the system, the care they provided to ensure it's in line with the claim standard to avoid denial. So we have medical education. So these ones, and consulting. So these ones are, it's not really like related directly to IT, but IT can help you to do it better. So you can become an educator. So as a nurse, maybe you specialize in renal or you specialize in cardiac. So you can bring in your knowledge, your expertise in the education field, especially with the advancement in technology. So use it to as an alternative to being a bedside nurse, you become a nurse educator and you've been paid. Sometimes you can be employed in the hospital or somewhere else, even in the schools, or you can work as your own as a freelancer. I will talk about this more when we move forward. So the next one is the future proven skills that you can earn as a nurse. So this one are not totally nursing, but as a nurse you can combine it. So I make sure to like select the ones that are very flexible and adaptable to nursing field. So you can be working as a nurse even without a coding skill or anything like that, and you can still bring it in. I must tell you, in America, you need this side hustle even if you don't want to go outside the nursing field entirely, you can get some skills that you use as side business, side hustle, that with that you have like side income coming in without you having to go to the hospital all the time. For instance, if you have income, passive income coming in, or maybe this side hustle where you're earning, you don't have to be going to the hospital all the time. Like I know some people, they don't want to go to the hospital to work, but because of the bill, they just have to. Like you go there because you have to. It's not like you want to. So, but if you already have something coming in somewhere else, you just take your nursing as like part time. Like me now, I'm not necessarily outside the nursing once in a while because I want my license to still be valid, and I don't want to forget everything I've learned in nursing. So once in a while, I'll just pick a shift. So here you can do something like PRN or part time. So once in a while, you go and just refresh yourself and from there too. And while you're also doing your side business. So these are the profession or skills you can consider if you're thinking of something like that. So we have AI automation. So we all know that I mean, some of us still have like negative perception about AI. Well, personally, and maybe some people that have actually benefited in it will know that AI is like, in short, I would say that if I'm giving some award to people based on contribution or the value I've gained from them, I will not forget AI. Said AI is human being. So AI is something that has come to improve work. Many people have really a lot of negative perception about. Some will say it's come to take their work. Some say it's evil or this and that. I don't know, and I'm not here to judge the area, but I'm talking about the positive aspect of it. Just as we know, everything that comes in has usually have like positive and negative side. It depends. It now depends on you to choose the one you want to consume. So, for instance, the social media. So some people are against social media that a lot of evil there, there are a lot of things there. Truly they are. But there are still people using that social media to earn millions of naira and millions of dollars. So the same thing with AI. Some people are focusing on the negative side of AI to use it and maybe harm others or something like that. But there are people that are using it to make a lot of money now. So this AI automation, you don't need to really like know the coding. So there are like something we call no code, low code tools that you can use to automate business processes. So how this works is that with this knowledge, you can automate. When we say automate, means like the regular things you normally do on your by yourself, maybe like sending email, something like that, or excuse me, or business processes. You can bring this AI agent that and excuse me, prompt it or command it to be doing those things for you. You just set the time and AI will be doing it for you. Excuse me, please. So people are using this to earn money in the way that if you get the skill and you are good at that, you can use it to automate other people's business. I know people, if you are active in the LinkedIn, you will see some people marketing it. So they'll be like, I can automate your business for you and it will enhance your productivity. Some businesses that adopted AI, they usually report increase in productivity up to 64% or so because AI is never tired. It keeps doing what you ask him to do at all time, or like human being that will get tired. So all these things, you don't need to build robots or anything like that. Just simple coding. That's what we call prompting. You're just like telling AI, okay, if this thing come in, do this. If you learn how to prompt it, you can be using it to do prompt automate your own personal tasks, also automate for businesses or for other people, and they will pay you for that. Then the next one is data analytics. So data analytics is very vital in nursing. So if you do data analytics, excuse me, You can become a nurse analyst. You can become informatics. It's also relevant in public health because most of the public health and research, most of the public health in kind of related to researching. And in researching, you really need this data analytics. You need to understand how you can uh, gain insights from data. So data analytics is for you to like process data, maybe healthcare data, and gain insight from there. For instance, all this data the US or other country will be releasing, they have incidents of this, there is predicted risk of this, and all the stuff. All these are done by data analysts. So you get the healthcare data, you process it, and um, visualize it to get insights, and that insight will help in healthcare decisions. So it's very vital in nursing and also in informatics. In short, it's one of the vital skill you need in informatics. Most people that don't know data analytics and they move in the informatics, they usually struggle very well there. Because you must work with that data analyst. You must know how to process data and use it to make insights, gain insights. So the next one is digital marketing. So digital marketing is very okay, especially if you want something like I mentioned earlier, like consulting, coaching, education, or you want to build a health brand or wellness services, medical support. So this digital marketing is all about like learning how to use the digital space. When I mention digital space, it could be like social media, it could be like Google search platform and all those social media platforms. So you understand how you can use those things to make money. I actually had to understand. Initially, I did not know this, but when I moved into the IT space, I understood that the primary aim of social media is not just for you to go and laugh and post comedy and co. Some of us that don't know what that platform is meant for, we are just there wasting our data. But people that understood what that platform is meant for, they are using it to make money. That area is a marketplace, like a place where you can transact. So you bring your business there. So this digital marketing will help you to know how you can bring in your business, your virtual business there. You don't need to have a physical thing. It could be your knowledge. You are very good in cardiac issue. You can know how you can brand your knowledge and sell it to people, and people will pay you for that. You can also market other people's products, like all this IT system. You market it for them, and you'll be paid. Run ad for people, even something outside IT, really. Maybe you just want to do it as side hustle. That's when the entrepreneur part comes in. So you can market other people's business, like someone that is selling maybe clothes. So if you have digital marketing skill, you can be managing their digital presence, and they will pay you for doing that. So we have this video editing and content creation. So this video editing for me is not like something that is standing on its own, because if you're doing something like digital marketing, you will need to know how to edit videos most of the times. Or if you don't want to do it, you can focus on the digital marketing, and then you have to employ a video editor, or you get someone that will be doing the video editor for you. So video editing, especially in this era of social media, is very necessary, especially those who also want to do content creator. Um, you need to know how you can. I believe we do see some nurses will put their in the workplace, they will put their camera and start dancing and all the stuff like that. So you can make all those things. If you're a good video editor, you know how you can be creative in doing it so that it can get traction, it's get people to view it. And while they're viewing it, you are getting paid as a content creator. So the next one is product management. So this product management is very okay if you're kind of trying to move into IT leadership, health related field. For instance, the informatics. So an informatics needs to know how to, when we mention products here, we're talking about like all these electronic health record, communication system, all those tools we use, IT tools we use in healthcare. So you understand how it's being done, and you know how you can manage it. When they want to program, introduce a new tool, you can champion it and plan the development process. So even without the informatics knowledge or maybe specialization, you can still learn it and focus on it. People doing it are really earning a lot with that. And one vital thing with this product management is more like a leadership role. And you know, in leadership role, you don't have to do more physical work most of the times. You do more of organization and management. So this product management is like that. So you just have to organize other teams that are working in the production of whatever tools you're working on. So the next one is the product design. So the product design is also nice. Also, if you are looking at to be informatics or you just want to learn product design on your own. So with the knowledge of product design is that you design the interfaces. For instance, all this WhatsApp that we open, how the WhatsApp icon and all the stuff, how it's aligned. Somebody designed it, and that's the work of this product designer. In healthcare, like the EPIC and Sona that I mentioned earlier, somebody designed it. We, those that are in the United States will tell you that we have a lot of electronic health record out there, but one of them stood out. I mean, if you've used EPIC, everybody's talking about it today because the designer was very creative. I mean, what they designed there was very outstanding compared to others. If you use something like Meditech, it's very overwhelming because you have to click, close, click, close. So somebody that is a good designer will ensure that this whatever product or system they are building is very easy to use, user friendly. And as informatics is also one of our role. So now I'm going to introduce Learnexa. So Learnexa is the educational arm of Nexa Valuable Enterprise. And Learnexa is an IT institute where we train people in different IT skills. So I will list some of the IT skills we specialize on in the next slide. But now I just wanted to understand what actually made us different. I know there are a lot of IT company out there that are actually offering something good too, but on our own, we had to sit back and structure it in a way that is standing out. We're not just making it to be a training institute, we are making it to meet a standard. That is something we have in mind building it. We are making it to stand out internationally. So personally, and most of my team that we're doing it, they are really experts. So we've engaged in different platform experience in different areas. So we're bringing what's to that for us, and we're bringing it together to form this thing, a comprehensive solution. But I've had some people say that they want to do IT, and truly, some will say that IT is saturated, and some people will be like, I've trained in IT, I spend a lot of money, but nothing is working out. Some will train you and push you out there, and you just start struggling. So because of all this and the experiences and being internationally experienced in different platforms, we were able to bring all these things together to solve the problem, not just to train you or train whoever that want to be trained. We want to give you a live expert-led training. So the expert is not just ordinary person, people that have been there and have experienced it and know how to hold you by the side. I mean, hold you till the end, not just train you and push you out there. And we also have like tuition, 100% tuition scholarship available. So for those that qualify, you can get your tuition covered fully, and you just have to maybe pay the registration fee if required. And then we also design the curriculum that it's practical based and project based. Okay, that's one of the issue we're having. Some people will just train you and they will not show you really how to do it. And what I understood is that, especially in America, if you're hoping to get a job in the United States, America don't want to know what you know. I mean, what is inside your brain. They want to prove that you can do this. And because of it, you want it to be a project based. So while we're training you, you're building it and you're showing it out there so that once you finish, you have your portfolio to show out and people want to see your portfolio. Okay, I am A data analyst is, okay, this is my profile. You show it and people will have a proof that you really know what you're doing. And that actually what makes a difference. Like it means a lot to show what you're doing. We also have personalized mentors. So we have mentorship. We have mentors that work with you other than our facilitators that train you. We also have mentors that work with you to answer your question after the training. So if you have like some of us that have not been into the IT, I must tell you, it's not just so smooth out there, right? It's not just like, okay, I want to be IT and you dive into it and you get IT and come out like that. So you have to be resilient. You are going to encounter some challenges, but we already know that and we have someone that will stand by you to ensure you come out successful. That's your mentor. So we also have career support and job guidance. Exactly. So this is one of the issues that I must tell you, I'm telling you my own story. I had issue with this because when I said to move into IT newly, I did some training. I paid a lot of money. Some of them I paid close to $10,000. I must tell you. So when I finish paying that, they will give you the training. They will kind of do it however they want to do it. And after everything, some of them will give you certification, some will not give you. And then they will just push you out there. You start struggling. And that's why it looked like after training, doing your training, there is no job. Because nobody is showing you the way. Nobody will tell you, okay, this is what you should do, right? So because of it, I had to personally sit back and say, there must be a way. There is a better way to do this. That's one thing with me. If I see a challenge, I have to sit down and think, this can be done right. Let's see if there's a better way to do it. With the research and everything and experience, and I work with really experienced people, we are able to come up with a lasting solution. We don't want to just train you and push you out there. We have a package, really packaged well to ensure that after the training, you get the guidance you need to move into the field. So these are the available track in the Learnexa program. We have the data analytics, we have digital marketing, AI automation, Web3 fundamental, we have product design, product management, front-end development, back-end development, video editing, and cyber security. Okay, there are some of them that are really important that I did not mention, but I want to say something that stood out in that is actually what repeating in some of them, like this Web3 fundamental. Web3, people don't understand what this Web3 is. We have what we call Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3. Web 1 was when the internet was first initiated, when people understood that we can send information to someone that is not close to me and the person will receive it. So it was like a one-way communication. Web 2 is when they now advanced to a two-way communication. They now understood, oh, with this internet, even though somebody's not with me, I can chat with the person. I will say hi, the person will say hello, something like that. And that's what we are working with currently. So it's Web 2. So this Web 3 is for future-oriented people, because this Web3 has a lot to do in the future. And that's what we are looking at, that one, maybe, I don't know, sooner or later, the internet will move to this dimension where it's not just me and you with third party mediating it. It's now Web3 in the sense, they call it decentralized internet. So decentralized internet means that no one else is standing between us. It's me and you communicating. So there is no third party handling our data or something like that. So people are looking out for this. It's somehow related to blockchain because people usually attribute it to blockchain, but that's not just the area where Web3 is relevant. Web3 can be used in healthcare. It can be used for, they use it for security. They also use it for database management. So there's a way you can, if you understand it very well, you might use it to develop a system or a product that can stand out for you. And another one that I did not mention that I want to talk about is the cyber security. With the issue of AI, right? One of the major concerns personally I have with AI is the security issue. But if you have good understanding of cyber security, you can be ahead of the system, trying to, like, for those that are really creative initiative, you can come up with a solution, a system that can mediate healthcare system to protect it from invasion of third party or AI tools or anything like that. So these are the opportunities that we can do. So in Learnexa, we actually aim to achieve three goals in Learnexa. One is to train you to get a job. If you want to get a job, if getting a job is your goal, yes, we want to work with you to get the job. Number two is that after training, if you don't want to go to job, you want a remote, flexible position, we can help you for freelancing, position you where you can use your skill and earn money without being under anybody. Then number three is that we also can show you how you can build your own solution for those that aim to build healthcare solutions or become entrepreneur. So you can, with the Learnexa program, we also guide you on the pathway where you can develop your own system and sell it as your products out there. So our recommendation for you being a nurse now, we understand, personally, I understand you are a nurse. I've been in the United States as a nurse and all the stuff like that. So these are my recommendation. If you're like looking at the clinical tech competence, and this AI automation is not specific for anybody. I mean, you might not say, I will not say it's for the informatics, it's for this and that. It's for anybody that wants to stay ahead of the system. If you learn this AI of a thing, it's going to help you personally in different ways. I mean, beyond just selling it as a product or market or any money from it, it's going to help you personally and also make you position you ahead of the system. So one thing I also learned is that beyond any money from all these IT skills, right? You know the system is growing fast, and IT is leading the world, really. I mean, is a truth we must accept in different areas, in different industry, law in the law industry, in healthcare, everything. You cannot just do without IT. So if you really want to stay ahead, learn and know what is going on, you need to get yourself acquainted with those IT skills, and AI automation is one of them. Then, if you want remote non-bedside work, you can consider data analytics. You can consider product management. If you want like a freelancing business, you can consider health content creation. You can, if you want remote business content creation or branding, you can consider digital marketing or something like that. You can consider digital marketing, video editing. If you want health tech startup transition, like if you want to build your business or manage startup businesses, you can consider product management, UI, UX, which is product design and data analytics. If you think of thinking of going to public health, or education part of it, you can consider digital marketing, video editing, or data analytics. Thank you so much. I think I've taken a lot of time, but I wish you all the best. And I think, as I said earlier, the world is going into digital, like digital solution is not optional now. Everywhere you go, you see it. So I don't think it's wise for us to be left behind. So even if you want to stay fully in your bedside nursing or anything like that, you just know that you have to stay ahead of the system. And one way of doing it is getting yourself IT skills. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all for listening. I'm
Wow.
here to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Rams. Yeah, you know how to do it. So thank you, Mary. This is loaded. This is loaded. You know, we bring value. We bring value for you guys every time. And in fact, I changed my name. I changed my name from Decency to the vendor of good news. And you people are not calling me that name yet. So thank you so much, Mary. This was a wonderful and exciting lecture. It is so loaded. It is power packed. We learned a lot from this very particular episode. It is highly loaded. I saw a lot of value in that lecture. There's so many things that we can take away from there. But I know that some people here might have questions, and we're going to take questions from you guys. There is one question from Florence already on the comment section. It says, please, I have a question towards your career progression. You are doing business administration. Will this course take you away from nursing, or is there a branch of nursing where business administration is needed? So, Mary, if you can unmute, do you want to take that question or you want me to take it?
Um, Mr. Decency, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Heard you commend me. Thank you. If you want to answer, I would give you the floor to answer, but personally, I can also say that business administration doesn't take me away from nursing. As I said earlier, I'm doing all the things I'm doing, but I'm still taking my role once in a while to work as RN. And in the same way, you can also have, I mean, healthcare is also a business. Somebody established it as his or her, I mean, their business, right? So if you get to that extent that you have business administration skill, you can move into the administrative part of whatever hospital you're working with, right? So you can take administrative role as a business administrator if that is your goal, right? And then you can also establish your own business if you want. I know some people here that did what's it called, nurse practitioner, but they ended up opening their own business. So the business administration will give you the orientation you need to know how to structure that platform you're opening and be able to give the best to the people and also have value return for serving people. Thank you. I hope I answered your question.
In fact, I don't have anything to add. You really did justice to it. The more you get into business, the more you get into the people that built the hospital you're working for. That's just it. And the more you earn more money, because the closer you get to them, the more they know that you know how much the hospital is making, and the more they pay you because they don't pay you very well. You would go and make your own. You will leave and go and open your own. You understand? So doing business administration as a registered nurse positions you in the US. I know in Nigeria or in other African countries, it might not be the same, but in the US, they really want somebody who has knowledge of business to be in administrative field because everything in the administration is business. They want to make profit. You understand? So if you don't know how to do plus and minus in your business, then you might not be able to get any position there. So instead of even doing MSN, some people prefer to, once they do BSN, they go and branch off to business administration as masters and they are able to become managers of their unit. You understand? They can become directors and then they can become director of nursing or whatever, nursing head of nursing in their unit. You understand? So it takes you up. Business will only elevate you in the nursing career. It doesn't take you down. It does not take you away. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are waiting for questions. You're waiting for so somebody is waking up now. And it's now that you're waking up to remember that I'm vendor of good news. Anyway, I'll give it to you. Thank you so much for calling me that name. All right. So today we have a lesson to learn. While you're thinking about the question that you're going to ask, there's something that she said that I want you to take note of. Maybe you don't even know. In the US, you are not paid for your breaks. You are not paid for your breaks. I don't know if you remember when she mentioned it, that you don't get paid for your breaks. So already in your 8 hours that you're going to work in a day, it is going to be 8.5 hours. Oh, sorry, it's going to be 7.5 hours because your break of 30 minutes will be minus from it. So you're not paid for your breaks. I don't know any hospital. I've worked in several hospitals in the US. They always take away that break time. Even if you're working whichever shift, they will take it away. So you're not paid for your breaks. Put that in mind as you come here. Then there is a conflict. There is an ethical dilemma that I want to share with you. Every time that we meet every Friday, I always share one or two ethical dilemma, but today I have one and I want everybody to pay attention. This is a very, very important ethical dilemma. Okay, and I'm going to narrate it. It's a story. I will narrate it and I will ask for your feedback. Okay, so a registered nurse who is new in the US, this is live, is true life story. A registered nurse who is new in the US came to work one day, went to her unit, clocked in, and then went and changed and started, going to take over patient and was called by the manager. The manager said, "Oh, we have low census today, so we have been trying to reach you not to come to work today, so you have to go home. You understand? Today." So the nurse said, "Okay," and the nurse went home, all right, and forgot to clock out. Actually, the nurse left the hospital went for grocery shopping, and after shopping, she went to do one or two other things in the town, and then she remembered that she did not clock out. Okay, and she drove straight into the hospital, and she clocked out, and she went back home, and what will I say, she went into big trouble for doing it. In fact, she lost her job because of this attitude. So I just want to ask you, if you were in her shoes, what will you do? If you forgot to clock out and you left the hospital area and you went home and then remember, oh, I did not clock out, and then came back. I don't know if you remember, you are able to follow my story. So the ethical dilemma is that a registered nurse, new to the US system, came to work one day and forgot to, and clocked in and went and wanted to take over patients and start working, and was told that there is a low census that she has to go. And then she said, okay, she went back, changed, and then went home. You understand? From home, she went grocery shopping. From grocery shopping, she went to visit one or two friends in town. And then after all this visiting and all that, and then she came back and then said, oh, I forgot to clock out. And she went to the hospital and went straight to where they used to clock out and clocked out and went home. And then she was called the next day that she should stop coming to work, that she's been fired because she clocked out and all that. So, but I want you to be able to identify the problem here. What is the problem there, and what how do you think the nurse could have handled the situation in order not to be in problem? I really want us to discuss this. I would rather we discuss it, and then we'll come back to asking Mary questions. I always put this, Mary, don't be offended. I always ask these ethical questions anytime we meet so that people are used to what they are going to see in the US. All right. So if you are able to talk, just let me know by using the reaction button. You will see a reaction button with a heart. Raise your hand or use any sign there. I will give you the microphone and you will explain to me where this in particular registered nurse went wrong and what she could have done better. Okay? What she could have done better and where she went wrong. All right, I can see some things written on the comment section, but I want someone who will be able to kind of tell me from what you know, tell me what you think this lady could have done in order to save her job. It is very, very, I'm giving you guys life experiences here, things that you don't find anywhere. These are life experiences. In fact, I should even write a book and be selling to you people or even give it free for some of these ethical dilemmas that I'm sharing every week that I come here. Some of them are very important, key important issues that if not talked about, some of you might fall victim of such situation. Tabitha, I've given you the mic. You can unmute yourself and give us your reaction to this story. Well, what did this lady do wrong? And what would this lady have done better in order not to be in problem? Go ahead, Tabitha. First of all, tell us where you're joining us from, Tabitha, and your name.
Thank you very much. I'm Tabitha from Ghana.
Okay? Yeah, go ahead, Tabitha. What do you think
Um,
this lady could have done better in order not to be in problem? And what do you think is the problem here?
with the scenario, what I identified was fine. She came, clocked, and was informed. That could happen to anybody, maybe clocking back and going. It's true that she forgot, she went home. I think immediately she remembered. The first thing she could have done was to call the supervisor and report what has happened, and even her present place she's standing now, if it's at home, at the shop, or wherever she's shopping, she should quickly inform the supervisor. Then listen to the instructions of the supervisor, because that might be possibly something to cover her up, that is true that she did not clock after receiving the information. So the instructions by the supervisor might cover her if there's any legal implications. So I think that is one thing she didn't do. Then she came in. So coming back to clock might be an implication that maybe you intentionally did that to get some credit hours for your pocket. Meanwhile, that wasn't it. You just forgot to clock back before leaving the institution. So calling the supervisor would give a legal backing that truly she forgot. I think that's what I would say.
Uh, I, I appreciate the way you handled it, the way you spoke about it, but I would like to hear more. There's some very legal terms I want you people to bring out here. There are legal terms that I want you to bring out from what really transpired in that situation. If Former Herbert, you can unmute yourself and then give us your own side of the story.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, Ifoma. How are you doing today? Where are you
My name
calling
is
us from?
Ifoma,
Where are you joining us from, Ifoma?
from Lagos,
From where? Lagos?
Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. You can go
Yes.
ahead
So
with your answer.
I want to say thank you so much for the program. Very educative and eye-opening. We are grateful. I would say that the lady, because she has hours that she was supposed to work, which she actually finished, and having not clocking out, yes, it could happen to anybody. Then, but coming back in to clocking, I think in my own understanding is seen as fraudulent. It's a fraudulent act, if I'm to say, yeah.
Let me clap for
So
you.
she would have gone back straight to her supervisor or superior and explain the situation and get appropriate guidance on what to do, and then follow the right steps so that she do not get herself, implicated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is fraudulent. How would you feel if a label of fraud is put on your name in the US? If it's in Nigeria, but in the US, it's a big no-no. It's a big no-no. So this lady's, one of the problems that she had was that she acted in a fraudulent way. It was as if nobody noticed what happened, that money could have come into her check at the end of the month, and she's not going to report herself and say, "Oh, I got 3,000 instead of 1,500." You understand? Yeah, she's going to say, "To God be the glory," and then she will go with the money. All right. So, well, that is one of the things that okay, we have someone. Kingsley wants to, put her own mind to what we are saying. So, Kingsley, if you can unmute yourself and give us your own side of the story.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing,
Yeah,
sir? Where are you
I'm
calling
doing.
us from?
I'm calling from United States.
Ah, is it the Kingsley I know? This is the voice. Yeah.
Maybe,
Well done, well done. Okay, go
maybe.
on, sir.
Anyway, thank for that question because it's actually good to let people, especially those that are yet to come, to know about it because it's such is taken very seriously. Yeah, and like you stated, some might maybe lose their job because of that. So, in respect to what you said, that is called malpractice because you claiming hours that was not worked. So imagine if someone can take off break time, whether you go or you didn't go for it. What about going home and coming back to clock it? You see what I'm talking about. So if most of them you have to write up that you did not take a break. That is the only consideration that they might maybe you give a convincing reason. Maybe there was an emergency or this because they expect you to go for that break. Nobody is checkmating whether you go or not. It's all automatically set up to deduct 30 minutes. So it now depends on you and the ward head to coordinate how you go. Do you want to go the full time or want to break it into 15 minutes? That is depends. But definitely that must be deducted unless in some special consideration where there is an emergency. So SARS is a malpractice, or some we call it time theft in Igbo, like Oshawa. You are stealing, in a Zo shower. So that is, sorry if you are not an Igbo, but that is just
We
how it's
have
called.
so many people that are not Igbo
Yeah,
boys.
in a Zo shower. so so that is the picture there. So it's something that all of us should be careful of. When you walk in here, mind how you clock. Some hospital, like where I work, let me say, put it that way. Even if you come much earlier, they will not allow you to clock in. Maybe you are to resume work, let me say by 7. You can. Some of them will not even allow you to clock by 6:30. They want you to clock closer to that time to show you how stingy they are with the hours.
Mm, mm.
So this such is taken so serious, and it's something that we should be mindful of, so that we don't just lose our job, ignorantly. So thanks for
Yes.
the opportunity to speak.
Oh my God, this is wonderful. Guys, if you don't know, Kingsley is a nurse practitioner here in the United States. She is doing great. I don't know if I should do the introduction, but I think I'm tempted to. So, Kingsley is actually the husband of Mary. Both of them are here in the United States and they are doing excellently well. I don't know how else to quantify or tell you guys how much I love this family and the unity I see amongst them and the way they are carrying their whole family with grace. So, Kingsley, thank you for the input. Thank you for that, shedding more light to that very interesting story that I shared. So, you guys should be mindful. One of the reasons why I share this story every Friday, different stories. I've shared stories about pulling the plug. I've shared different kinds of stories for you guys. Why I share this story is because I want you guys not to make this mistake. When you get to the United States, remember this story. If I share this story and you make the same mistake, you deserve to be flogged 24. You understand? So when you come here, make sure you don't make this same mistake. That's the essence of sharing the story. So you all have said wonderfully well. You've given your insight to the your own perspective to the question I asked. But let's go back to the comment section. There are some very useful responses that we got from the comment section, and I would just want to read them out. So we have Bambose. He said, I will escalate to the manager for him or her to tell me the right step to take. And then Onyebuchi said, I will inform my supervisor about my mistake. Okay, and then if Lauren said, I will inform the manager, I don't know if they have a system where I can apply in the system the right time and I should have clocked the right time I should have clocked out, but I will report that I forgot to clock out. Then we have Bombose also saying the problem there is because they will think she did not intentionally get paid for the duty that she didn't do, which is correct. They would think that she wants to intentionally get paid for the duty that she did not do. And then the next person said the nurse could have reported to her supervisor when she came back to clock out so that she can rectify it instead of just clocking out and leaving. And then we have Informer saying the right step would have been to speak with the supervisor and get appropriate guidance. And then Roslima Ubosi said she would have just reported reported herself to the ward manager. And then I have Maria Udochi saying, number one, I will request for a pay for the time wasted by coming to work. Then number two, I will request that they remove the number of hours of payment from where I left the hospital. However, I will plead pardon for the high level of forgetfulness. I like the way you put it. Okay, and Mbai saying another thing is that she could have telephonically called the unit to inform them that she left without clocking out because she made it look like it's a fraud. That's it. It's just a fraud. There's no better name to call it. And then we have another person saying, what if you decide not to go for a break? Yes, like Kingsley said, if you decide not to go for a break, you have to tell your ward manager, you have to tell your unit supervisor that you were so busy at work today you couldn't take your break, and they will give you a paperwork to fill, and then you can claim hours for those breaks. Okay, however, if there is any issue implicating at work that day since her name was on the rota and she will be part of the mess, which is true. If there was something that happened and then her name is there that she's on clock and actually she's not on clock, then that would be a very big issue. Okay, so all these responses are wonderful, and I want to appreciate you guys for throwing in more light to these questions. This is wonderful. And then I have some question that was left here for Mary. Mary, there's a question I skipped for you. Mary, I don't know if you're still here. There's someone that asked a question on the comment section. I'm trying to locate the question. Please, is there anything, someone said, please, is there anything like search quality evaluation? I don't know if this is coming from Opera Nozier. Opera Nozier, if you are still available and on the call, if you want to give us more insight into this question, search quality, is it research quality? Maybe it's research quality evaluation, like a specialty. Is there any course like that? I guess that's what you're asking for, Opera Nozier, but if it's not, you can actually use the comment section or still, request for the mic, and I will give you the opportunity to use your hand and ask the question. Okay, yeah, you can unmute. You can unmute, Ma.
Okay, I think he meant search quality evaluation. Yes, there's something like that, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, Ma.
Okay, there's something like that, but it's not related to healthcare precisely. So it's related to like this search engine. So they use it to evaluate the quality of search engine. So like sometimes they call it like rating or something like that. So it's related to maybe Google search or some app like that. They use it to optimize their search quality. It's not related to healthcare directly.
Wow, thank you so much. I wouldn't have answered that question very well. I could have just brought it to research or something in nursing. But that's good. You see, it's good to have nursing in different areas, different area. Let's have you people there so that when we have some kind of questions, we can direct it to you people. So yeah, Paranos just said yes, kind of rating. Thank you, man. Yeah, so I think that question has been answered. So do we have any other question today? Is there any other question that we have? If there is no question, like we always do every Friday when we're about to close, we're going to say thank you to our guests in different languages. So we have people from UAE, from Zambia, from Ghana, from Nigeria, in different kinds of Nigeria. I know Nigeria has over 500 languages. So whichever language that you belong to, on the comment section, I would just want you to say thank you, because we're not paying our guests. All the guests that come on this show, we don't give them any money. So we want you to say thank you in your own language and then when you say your language, say where the language is coming from, please. Yes, just the way that Christiana did it. Say where the language is coming from so that we will know. In case I decide to be speaking your language every time, I will know what I'm speaking. All right, so I want to see people from Ghana, people from UAE. Just say thank you in your own language and state the language that you're speaking. Thank you so much, everyone. And I want to appreciate Mary. Mary, was a good time having you on this show. I don't know if there could have been any other better person to host on this show that would do justice to this very interesting topic than what you just did. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you so much for bringing out time to be with us today. It's such. I know your time is precious, time is money, but you decided to come and give back to your community. So I want to say thank you and God bless you. So to everybody who is on this show, I'm going to meet you guys again next week. I'm trying to get our immigration attorney to come back and talk to us again, because there is this bill that they passed. It's called the big and beautiful bill. So it's like 3 Bs: big, bold, and beautiful, something like that. So Trump just passed that bill, but there's some part of it, just a little part of it, that affects immigration. So I just want an immigration attorney that will come here. If I'm able to get him, he will be on our poster for next week. But if not, we're going to have a nurse practitioner that is going to come here and talk to us about, how to get into the nurse practitioner field, what, challenges that he faced and all that. So we're going to be doing this show consistently from now. So I just want you to stay tuned to this show. Keep listening, keep looking out for our flyers. Whenever we come on this show, we want to make it very interactive. So when you come, be ready to respond to our questions on our comment section, and also we can give you the mic, just like we did to Tabitha, to Kingsley, and then to Ifoma. We can give you the mic at any point to be part of the show and also speak on the show. All right, thank you so much. I saw a lot of languages today. Let me say, I will just highlight some of the languages that I'm not familiar with. So now, I'm not familiar with this one. It said Gloria Obuji is from UAE. Gloria, I didn't see the question, the greetings, but I see Yemisi from UAE again. He said Shukran. Shukran, Mary, Shukran. Okay. All right, let's look for another one. Madase is from Tui, Ghana. So Midase or Madase? I always get it confused every time. Adupe is Yoruba, I suppose. Okay, so someone said Abe Kaka Ewe. Please, people should make sure I'm not saying something bad. Don't come here and write something bad. But I know Tabitha will not do that. So it says Apa Kaka Ewe. Did I get it right, Tabitha? Give me a thumbs up if I did good. All right. So So now let's see which other Shukran from UAE. We have a lot of people from UAE today. All right. UAE is rapping. Very soon we'll have every country will have a representative on this show. We have Oyiwaladoga. Oyiwaladoga. So see, one day you guys have to say it so that I would know how actually your intonation while saying this. But all of this is for you, Mary. All of this is for you. We are so excited that you joined us on this show. And then we are so excited that you were able to do justice to the topic that we gave you to discuss. All right, at this point, I just want to say thank you, and thank you. From me, Decency, the bearer of good news, I want to say thank you, everyone, and I will see you next week. God bless you all. Bye.